The Defense Department shooting down a fourth unidentified object flying over Lake Huron yesterday.
All right, try to keep track of this. It's the third object being shot down just this weekend. We lost one and then we shot it down later, as lawmakers demand answers from the Biden administration, who just like to go on vacation.
Mark Meredith joins us live from the White House with more. Mark, what's different about the last couple of things they shot down? Rather than way up high at 60, 70,000 feet, these things were down at like 20, 30,000 feet. And according to the Pentagon, they were worried that airplanes might run into them.
Steve, you're right. These were different altitudes than the original Chinese spycraft that was shot down off the Carolina coast. Good morning to all three of you. U.S. and Canadian officials are still trying to determine exactly what was flying over our airspace this past weekend. As you guys mentioned, there were three different objects taken down by military aircraft, and now recovery operations are underway. Let's get you caught up. On Friday, we learned that a craft was spotted over northeast Alaska. Military aircraft were then shooting it down. Recovery operations, I mentioned, still going. Then on Saturday, an object was shot down over Canadian airspace, this time over the Yukon territory. Then yesterday afternoon, an object flying, as you mentioned, at 20,000 feet, shot down over Lake Huron near Michigan. Pentagon officials had a briefing late yesterday by phone in which they said it's simply too soon to say exactly what was taken down.
I'm not going to categorize them as balloons. We're calling them objects for a reason. These are objects. I am not able to categorize how they stay aloft. I'm not currently tracking any other objects at this point. That doesn't mean there couldn't be more at some point in the future.
Officials stress they do not know where these latest objects came from, unlike the Chinese spycraft, which, as we all remember, was shot down off the Carolina coast 9 days ago. Remember, China claimed ownership of that device. Then there's new developments. This morning, China is accusing the U.S. of operating similar technology over its airspace. There was a news conference this morning in Beijing, a spokesperson for the Foreign Ministry accusing the U.S. of launching 10 balloons since 2022. White House officials deny those claims. One aide even told me this morning this is China just trying to deflect over the situation. We also heard from a White House spokesperson on Twitter who added, quote, "Any claim that the U.S. government operates surveillance balloons over the PRC is false. It is China that has a high-altitude surveillance balloon program for intelligence collection that it is used to violate the sovereignty of the U.S. in over 40 countries across 5 continents." So the White House striking right back against China this morning, saying that what the Chinese are now claiming is simply false. We'll be looking to see if they expand on their statement a little bit later on today. A number of lawmakers from both parties have said that they would like to hear more from the White House about what exactly is going on. We know some officials, some lawmakers have been getting briefings over the weekend, but whether or not we're going to see a more comprehensive briefing is yet to be determined. There is no public events on the president's schedule today, but there will be a White House briefing on camera a little bit later on this afternoon. Steve, Ainsley, and Brian.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah, he's been criticized for not coming out and taking reporters' questions. People are screaming questions at him as he's getting into his SUV, and the president just gets in the car and doesn't respond at all. So people want to know more about this. We have a lot of questions. Someone was asking, could these be aliens? And General Van Herk, who was talking about NORAD and us shooting down the object over Canada, he said, I haven't ruled out anything at this point. We did talk to some lawmakers who are concerned about this, have been sitting in on some of these meetings. Here is one senator and 2 congressmen that we've talked to this morning.
I think the Biden administration needs to provide more transparency to the American public. You know, our military intel agencies, they're normally secretive, but we live in a democracy, and if you don't start providing information, people can wildly speculate, and we don't want that.
The Department of Defense left me in the dark literally for about 18 hours while I had people all across Montana asking questions about what is going on. What is going on with our national security?
Why did it take days for this balloon to get to our heartland before we did anything about it? And what are we doing to make sure that our defense industrial base is strong enough to defend ourselves if it does come to that? Our allies are out there wondering where America's been, and our enemies no longer fear us. We need peace through strength.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's just when you actually don't tell people anything for sure, it makes things like, well, is it an alien? I wouldn't be surprised if we heard, yeah, it could be. Well, it looks like there's a lot of strong rumors that these are just weather balloons, that they were not in control of navigation, that the payloads are much smaller. Then on Sunday, we hear about a flying object in Montana, and they said we didn't take it down. And then we hear that that object was taken down over Lake Huron. And we know the Canadians are trying to get some wreckage from somewhere in the Yukon. And we know that in Alaska, they're trying to get some of the wreckage there and examine it. And we know they have not pulled out the full payload from South Carolina. And then China comes out today, mocked us yesterday with their comments in the Chinese People Daily, which is meant for us, it's government organ. And number two, now they're saying that America all the time sends weather balloons over their country. Again, this is folly, but I would love to see a retort from our government to their government. Wouldn't that help?
Yeah, it would. Ultimately, I think after the big, gigantic balloon of 9 days ago, they changed the sensitivity on NORAD's radar. And now we're seeing a lot of stuff, which makes you think, have we been letting a lot of stuff fly over us for years? And the answer is probably yes.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.